Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And as you can see in today's video, we will be studying about the circulatory system. And today's agenda is what is circulatory system, the blood vessels, the double circulation, what is about the blood, and the cells present in the blood. So let's start with blood first. All right. So what is circulatory system? Let's cover that first. It's a very simple thing. So circulatory system is basically the blood circulation in our body. Our body needs the circulation of blood for every organ to work, and even for our cells blood is very important. So the circulatory system makes sure that the blood is being generated in the body and given to different body parts. So we know that yes, circulation is important, but what is this thing that is very important for circulation? What is the circulation happening about? Yes guys, it's the blood. So what is the blood? Now blood is very simple. Now our blood contains a lot of things. Our blood contains a lot of things, and those things, so the cells come in blood only. So those things are called as components of blood. What are they called as? Components. I'm gonna take a text box and I'm gonna write here. Okay, so we're gonna take this. So it is known as components of the blood. So blood has 4 components. Blood has what? 4 components. One of the components is plasma. Plasma. Oops. So what is plasma? Plasma is a liquid. So plasma is a liquid present in the blood. Liquid which is present in the blood. Now yes, I agree that plasma is in the blood, but what does it do to the blood? So plasma basically it makes sure that the blood is liquid. Makes sure that the blood is, otherwise if the blood is not liquid then it will be solid, right? So it is important for the blood's flow to happen properly, the plasma to be present. So plasma, what is plasma? It's a liquid, and what does it do? It makes sure that the blood is it makes sure that it is liquid. And then plasma is also a yellow substance. Yellow substance. So this is one thing which is your plasma. Okay. So we have one is plasma. Then we have something called as your RBCs, or you can call them red blood or RBC. So what is RBC? Let's find that out and let's understand that. Now RBC is a cell, as you can see. Now that cell is present in the blood. In the blood, we know that. Correct? We know this. It's present in the blood. Then RBCs are circular. They're circle. Circular and biconcave. So what do you mean by biconcave? If this is a circle, let's say if this is my circle, so an RBC will be biconcave. That means from two sides it will be shaped like a cave. So it's gonna have a C shape, and it's gonna be in a C shape. And not only it's gonna be in a C shape, what is it gonna do? It is going to what? Why is it in the C shape? We know that it's in the C shape, but why is it in the C shape? Yeah, have you ever thought of it? And again reminding you, biconcave is, bi means two, concave is like a cave type. So it is bent towards the inside from both the sides of the circle. So it's a biconcave circular shape. Now, why is it biconcave? My question is, it is biconcave so that because some blood vessels are maybe thick or maybe thin. So making it biconcave makes it flexible to fit inside the vessels. Biconcave shape makes it concave, makes it flexible. Oh, oops. Yeah. Now we know it makes it flexible and everything. Our next important point for red blood cells is that what does it do? What is its function? So the red blood cells, they transfer oxygen and carbon dioxide in the body. So their duty is to transfer CO2, that means oxygen and CO2 in the body. Correct? Now we know that they're red, but what makes them red? So there is a substance called as hemoglobin that makes it red, and it also makes sure that the oxygen is getting released in the RBC. So the hemoglobin, the RBCs have hemoglobin, and why do they have? So that the blood is, the RBCs are red, and they also what? And they also get enough oxygen released in them. Now we have plasma, we have RBCs, then we have WCB, which is white blood cells. What are white blood cells? Now, our white blood cells, what is their role? What are they? So, white blood cells are they're like a protection shield for us. So, they kill viruses. They kill viruses. And this is the only important thing that we need to know about white blood cells. And I will add on something to this once we understand another thing that is in the in our blood of components of blood, which is called as platelets. Now, when we look at our grandparents or anybody's blood tests reports, they say platelet levels are high, platelet levels are low. So, what is platelet? Now, platelet is it's a thing that makes the blood clot. Let's say we have a wound. Let's say we have a wound and a lot of blood is releasing out of the body. So when the blood is coming, we need something to stop the blood. We need something to stop the blood. So to stop the blood, what happens is platelets form. The platelets form so that the blood gets stopped, so that the blood is not getting, too much blood is not releasing outside the body. And if platelet levels are low, then blood clotting will happen less. If we get a wound, the blood won't clot fast. So a lot of blood will be wasted and extracted from our body. To prevent that, we have platelets which help us to do that. So this is an important point and the only point about platelets. Now, we know about wounds, correct? So when we get wounds, people say, our parents say, or anybody who's an adult or even our friends, they say apply an antibiotic or clean it first. Why do we clean it? So that infection doesn't spread. So when platelets are also working to stop the blood clotting, white blood cells, they fight the viruses and infection that try to enter our body through wounds. Correct? So this is some of it. So this is mostly it that we need to know about the blood. Now let's learn about how is the blood made, the structure of the blood, okay? Oh wait, I also forgot to tell you very important points about RBC, WCB and plasma. So RBC, just give me a second. Yeah, so our RBCs, they are what? Oh no, I don't want that to come from. Yeah. So I wanted to add one thing about RBCs and more things. So RBCs are urocyte. So ERYTHROCYTES. Urocyte. erythrocytes. What are erythrocytes? So erythrocytes is another name for RBCs. Alright, and similarly, our WCBs or white blood cells are called as leukocytes, which is LYOCOCYYTES. Alright, so your WBCs have two things, okay? So they are known as leukocytes, but they also have lymphocytes and phagocytes. So what are lymphocytes? So lymphocyte spelling is LYM 4 PHOCY. Lymphocytes. What are lymphocytes? Lymphocytes are the things that produce antibiotics. Produce antibodies. So antibodies stop from infection to spread and a lot of things to happen. Then comes your phagocytes. What are phagocytes? Now what phagocytes do are they eat or engulf the bacteria. So if any bacteria is trying to come inside our body, they will eat it up. Alright, so eats/engulfs. Engulfs the bacteria. So now I think we know quite a lot about the components of blood. But how does the blood form? How is the blood made? So to know that, this is a very simple diagram that I'm going to make to show you that. So let's say this is a beaker or a container, and yeah, don't mind the drawings. So this is my beaker, and this beaker has about this much of, I'm just gonna randomly color that. Yeah, so this portion is your plasma. Alright, then there is this little and tiny 1% portion. Let's color it green maybe. Yeah, alright, then there is this tiny 1% portion, and then lastly there is this portion. Oops. Yeah, then lastly there is this pink portion. So this pink portion is basically what? Let me tell you. So the pink portion is your blood. It is, wait, make it large. It is your blood. And how much percent of blood is in blood? 44% only. Okay, 44% blood. So 44% of blood is contained. But what about the rest? Then then that 1%, this 1% is your WCBs and platelets, and then 55%, and what? 55% is your plasma. Alright, so this is how the blood is made and it is formed. So in today's video we have covered 2 agendas. Now actually we've covered quite a lot of agendas. So in today's video we covered what is circulation or circulatory system. Then we covered what is blood and what are cells. So in the next video, we will be covering our blood vessels and double circulation. So thank you for watching this video, and I will just give a tiny bit of a recap on what we did in this video. Just a quick one. So we learned about what is circulation. Circulation is your how the blood circulates in our body parts and different cells of the body. Then we learned that blood. What is blood? So blood has a lot of components in them. So one of the components is plasma, which is a liquid that makes sure that the blood is in a liquid consistency. Then there are red blood cells which are present in the blood and are circular biconcave red thingies, kind of like their circular biconcave red cells. The biconcave shape is important in them so that they're flexible enough to fit into blood vessels. Then we know that they transfer the oxygen rich blood and the carbon dioxide rich blood in the body, and they consist of hemoglobin, and they are also called as erythrocytes. Then we learn about white blood cells. We know that they kill and fight viruses that try to enter our body in any form, or maybe through the form of wounds. So we know that white blood cells are called as leukocytes. Now the these leukocytes have phagocytes and lymphocytes. These are the parts of it. So the phagocytes in the white blood cells eat up the bacteria, and the lymphocytes, they produce antibodies which help to fight or react with the infections. Then we learn about platelets, which help to stop the blood release. Alright, so I forgot to write the blood release. Okay, stop the blood from, or let's, instead of writing this, helps to clot the blood. Alright, so blood clotting means to stop the blood. So we know this. Then we learned about how the blood is made. So we know that 55% of the blood is your plasma, the 1% of blood has WCBs and platelets, and the 44% is your blood, the actual blood. So in the next video, I would like to tell you that we'll have two different videos for the the blood vessels and your double circulation, because they're truly different topics and both of them are quite confusing or hard, I can say. Yeah, so thanks for watching this video, and in the next video we'll cover quite a lot of things. Maybe I'll create a video with covering both blood vessels and double circulation. Hope you understood quite a lot in today's session, and I'll just show you zoom out of what we did. And thank you for watching this video about circulatory system. I'll be really excited to make another video for you guys, so keep waiting. I will soon post another video. Thank you. Bye bye.